Hi everyone, I just wanted to make a quick video and share about something great and crazy that God has done in my life this last week. So about a year ago, I was living in San Francisco and I was doing a ministry program, and part of that program was that we would go to different buildings every week and we would deliver meals. But there was a building on a certain day of the week that you and your partner would go to every single week so that you could learn about the people who live there and really make deep connections with them and hopefully lead them to Christ if that was something that they were interested in, but mostly just deliver meals to people who didn't have any way to get food. Some of them couldn't even get out of their apartments, and some of them were just not in the financial state where they could purchase good food. So we were really excited to just come and provide a realistic need for these people, but we were even more excited about the fact that we got to share our lives with these people. And so me and my partner Grant, we were praying that God would give us a building that we could just really sink our teeth into, and that people that would be really open and responsive to knowing us and would love to do things with us outside of us just coming on Tuesdays. And God sent us to this building in San Francisco, and the first week we were there, we just had this feeling that this is where God wanted us. And we really felt this way because we met this woman named Caroline, and the second she opened her doors, she said, "I don't need any food, but can you come in and pray with me?" And we were like, "Of course we can come in and pray for you. Are you serious? Like, we would love to do that." So we came in and we prayed with her, and we were so excited to go see her next week. She was the first door we went to, and this week she was not as joyful as she was the first time we met her. And she was saying that she just didn't feel like she had anything left to live for, and that she wanted to take her own life. And we immediately kicked it into gear. She had already been open to us sharing about Jesus last week, so we just took that as an opportunity to continue sharing about his love and his purpose for our lives, and how our worth isn't defined by our health or our marital status or where we live or what we're doing with our life, but that it's defined by how Jesus feels about us and how God feels about us. And how he feels about us is that we are his perfect creations, and that there is no greater love than the love that comes from the Father. We were just praying for her and praying with her and speaking this into her life, and she said, "Thank you so much for coming. I think this really helped." And we left, and I felt for the first time in my life like so helpless, because there was nothing I could do to help this woman except pray for her and just be there for her. So we prayed and we came back next week, and she was just filled with so much joy. And she told me and Grant, she said, "I think that God brought you two into my life to turn it around, and I'm so excited about it, and I'm ready to hear about your God, and I'm ready to follow him." And we were overjoyed. We couldn't believe what was happening before us was so wonderful. And so we just started doing Bible studies with her every week, and we'd take her out to coffee, and we took her out for her birthday, and it just turned into this really wonderful relationship. I don't live in San Francisco anymore, but I got to visit her this summer, and I still write her and we still call and stuff like that. But she called me this last week, and I was a little concerned because she sounded upset, and she said, "Caitlin, I just wanted to call and tell you that I was in the hospital for a while, and I'm in a nursing home now, and I'm getting better, but I fell and I fractured my skull and I broke my arm." And I was just speechless. I didn't know what to say. And I was afraid that this was it for her. And I said, "Well, how are you doing now? How are you holding up?" And she said, "I'm just grateful that I know you and I know Grant, and that you guys introduced me to God, because it's made all of this so much easier." And I just started crying because I couldn't believe that response. I was expecting her to say something like, "Oh, I'll have the cast on for a few more weeks." And she was just overjoyed by the fact that she wasn't going through something like this alone. She had God to be the anchor of hope for her soul. And I couldn't ask for anything more, and I'm just so blessed by this transformation that God has brought her through, and I'm so blessed that she's in my life. So yeah, I hope you were blessed by this story, and that you will continue to pray for Caroline as she's recovering and will hopefully return to her housing soon.